What is happening, all you mentees? This is the Uncanny Omar from Near Mint Condition, and today we're going to talk about the content and look at the covers and some of the internal artwork of the KULL the Savage, the original Marvel Years Omnibus. So please stay tuned. And welcome back, everybody. This episode is sponsored by Marvel Comics, so thank you to David Gabriel and the folks at Marvel for sending us the advance notice of this omnibus. Now, I got to announce this omnibus sometime, I think it was like late last year, but everything that happened in 2020 postponed it, but it is finally coming out in May of 2021. And before I go any further, this is the cover here. This is the direct market cover by Michael Whelan. This is also the cover to the issue of KULL and the Barbarians, issue number 1, which is collected in this omnibus. So we're going to be talking about the content as well as showing you some of the internal artwork and what exactly is in here, if you're going to be double dipping with any of the omnis that you already have. And then I'll also be showing the standard edition cover. So let's talk about this content first and what is collected in here. I'll keep this cover up for a little bit and then we'll show you some internal pages to kind of give you an idea of what this is going to be and how cleaned up a lot of this artwork looks. So we are looking at KULL and the Barbarians, the 3-issue miniseries, Marvel Preview number 19, Bizarre Adventures 26, Savage Tales number 2, Savage Sword of Conan 1 through 3, 7, 9, 14 through 16, 19, 23, 34, and this is probably where you're going to be asking, is this double dipping with the Savage Sword of Conan omnibus? I'll answer that question here in a second. 39, 42, 43, 52, 55, 61, 119 to 122, 124 to 141, 143 to 145. All the content is down here below too if you just want to read, you don't want to hear me talk. 147 to 152, 158 and 159, 161, 165, 169 and 170, 172 and 173, 177. This is a lot. 182, 183, 186, 190 to 194, 196 to 199, 202, but look at that beautiful internal artwork though. I mean, that's the point of me reading all this, so you can check that artwork out. 213, 215, 229 to 233, and annual number 1. And then we also have Conan Saga 13, 25, 47, 57, and 97. None of this is double dipping into the Savage Sword of Conan omnibus that you already have, or for that matter, the other Robert E. Howard property, Solomon Kane. Because these issues are anthologies. These magazine-sized black and white Savage Sword of Conan were anthologies where they collected not only Savage Sword of Conan stories, but also KULL of Atlantis, or I'm sorry, KULL the Savage, and Solomon Kane. So they were split up into different chapters. So just because they are the exact same issue of Savage Sword of Conan, for example, issue 61, doesn't mean that you're going to see Conan in this omnibus. You may. I don't know. There might be a crossover. I haven't read the late issues like there was in the Solomon Kane where both of the Robert E. Howard properties met. So yes, this is another Robert E. Howard property. We're finally getting KULL. This is all the black and white stuff, and I'm sure it's going to be mature content, much like the Savage Sword of Conan and Solomon Kane. So keep that in mind. This is not the Marvel Comics issues. This is the magazine that were outside of the comics code. So, of course, you're going to see mature content in here. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure you were going to see mature content if it's anything like Solomon Kane and Savage Sword of Conan. So it is the story of KULL. And who is KULL? Well, in this volume, you get to find out what his ties are to Conan, because this is taking place in the same world as Conan. Of course, it's about 1,000 years beforehand, and it's also taking place in Atlantis, but it's still in the world of Conan. And I think that's really cool. And for the first time, I get to read a bunch of this stuff because I'm just familiar with the Marvel comics, the actual colored comics. This is all the stuff that's in black and white. And as you're looking at some of this internal artwork, let me tell you a little bit about the creative teams behind a lot of this stuff here. You have Roy Thomas, Doug Mensch, Chuck Dixon, John Arcudi, John Bolton, Val Semakes, E.R. Cruz, Mary Severin, Bernie Wrightson, Barry Windsor-Smith, Neil Adams, Dave Simmons, William Johnson, Jim Neal, Del Eaglesham, William Johnson, just to name a few, because this goes everywhere from the early 70s all the way up until the 90s. So we're getting a lot of decades of this man known as KULL in one omnibus. I mean, this is everything from the black and white magazines. All of it has been restored, as you're seeing at the internal artwork, and you have all that talent that I mentioned working on this. But let me show you the standard edition cover. This is the Mark Brooks standard edition cover, and all I can say when I saw that picture was my jaw dropped. I was like, wow, that is gorgeous, and it makes me wish that we had a Kull ongoing series with Mark Brooks drawing it, because that is gorgeous. And I think I'm being a little biased here to which cover I enjoy more. Nothing wrong with the Michael Whelan direct market cover, but that is beautiful. So that's pretty much it. You get to see a little bit of the internal artwork. This is coming out again in May of 2021. And you got to see both of the covers. You got to see the content, or hear the content. And you got to find out a little bit of what this is. This is the story of the man named Kull, from his beginning, joining the military, eventually becoming king, and then his ties to Atlantis and Conan. And all of that will be collected in here. This was the Uncanny Omar. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications to let you know when our videos are going live. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you again to Marvel for sending us this advanced information. Everybody, stay healthy, stay safe, and much love to all of you.